Previously on Kotor 2. And I'm still debating on whether or not just grab Mandalore real quick, not Mandalore, bao-dur real quick, and doing a small thing to get him influenced, hopefully, and seeing if we can make him a Dark Jedi, but at the same time, I just don't care at this point. I have no intention of using bao-dur, and as much as it'd be interesting making him a Dark Jedi, because that's something I've never done, playthrough's already full of things I've never done before. Such as making Handmaid a Dark Jedi. And all the blaster stuff that we're doing.
Another Mandalorian. You're welcome to join us. Our clan has traveled here in search of work, and if we find a working arrangement, then I'm sure you could be included in.
I'm not here for any mercenary work. I'm here to return your clan to Duxon, where I am restoring our people to their former glory.
Mandalore? But after Revan defeated Mandalore, no new one was chosen.
I intend to rectify that error.
I have no doubt that you believe that you are Mandalore. But look at the situation we are in now. Anyone could buy a helmet from a swoop track and make such a claim. And the last time Mandalore traveled in the company of non-Mandalorians, we were pledged to Exar Kun.
I have no Exarch. Oh, I'm a Jedi sworn to Mandalore service.
A Jedi? Perhaps you are deserving of the title of Mandalore. I heard rumors from Isis about Mandalorian sightings on Duxon. So perhaps there is truth to what you say. Very well, Mandalore. My clan will follow you and make for Duxon, so that another clan might be added to the strength of your army. Excuse us. We must gather the rest of our clan and deliver them the news.
I love that they tried walking and HK just took a step and was like, nah, you're not moving. Oh my god, this game, it's damn Jake. I genuinely feel like we've had at least 1 minute Jake per episode, except for the 2 or 3 episodes of talking to the companions, or I guess this is like 3 or 4 now, since it was mostly talking to companions. And now, hello, you beautiful magical creatures. NecromanticWater here, and thank you for joining me in my playthrough of Kotor 2. Last time, it was just a nice short video, or I say short, it was the same length. All we did was just talk to him and talk a little bit of other companions, do some side stuff, and going around seeing if there's anything interesting we could buy at the shops. And before we decide where we're going to go, let's let random... I'm going to spin the wheel again and see what random takes as we go. Alrighty, and random said that we're going to M478 next. This will be neat. Like I said, all I know about this planet is it was restored content, and people don't really like it because what's there is there's a lot of back and forth shenanigans and stuff. But since I have never got to experience this will be neat. Sure, it's not. Sure, it's not as bad as everybody says it is. Even if it is, it'll still be interesting. Oh. that's a major... Oh, good lord, that's a major difference in at least the cutscene to land, or to get to the planet. That was an HD-ass planet. Everything else was crusty as hell. Well, even this is kind of HD. It's still a little crusty on the sides, from what I can tell. But not as much as the other cutscenes. Now they put some work on that one, didn't they? Alrighty. Oh, it didn't even let me pick my allies. Oh, guess we...
We've hit the ground. Something feels wrong here.
An adequate job, pilot. Perhaps here there is some trace of those who pursue us. I sense that we may be truly alone on the surface.
You mean we've come to an empty planet?
It seems quiet. Just the wind.
I sense no one here. Sensing things is difficult.
There are signs of life on the surface. So don't worry, you won't be quite as lonesome as she makes out.
Although I think that the pilot's mechanical devices are probably accurate. If there are Sith here, their numbers are few.
Interesting. Huh. I wasn't expecting this to be an option, but fuck it. I was just going to be like, hey, Master Vash is here, isn't she? But Kotor, during all your operations, have you ever heard of this place?
It is the Droid world. It is unknown to all but a few.
Do you know something about this planet?
Oh, I do not think so.
Okay, you're no help. So you do know something... I think you know something more and you're not telling.
You would be surprised at how little I care about what you think.
Just consider this one of the galaxy's many mysteries. But it's unknowns like that make you so entertaining.
Droids gather while we wait here.
Well, let's go see what we can find out of this place. I do know... I actually have a feat for HK that, like, lets him talk to droids. And... because I was curious of what that was. When I saw that when I was all looking about, I was curious about that because I've never noticed that before. Apparently that's used at some point during this planet. So that's going to be neat. I'm curious what that entails, because since that thing, that feat was just kind of a... whatever. What I'm getting at is I have no idea what to expect from this. As I've mentioned multiple times, this is all new to me.
Hello, I am LS-44, and I need you to leave this area immediately.
What is this planet?
This is the planet of M478. We arrived on this world years ago and begun to prepare it for colonization.
Why do I need to leave?
The central zone has been flooded with radiation, and it is lethal to all organic life forms. If you entered, you would surely be killed.
Was there some kind of malfunction?
I do not know. Shortly after the arrival of some recent visitors, communications with the facility ceased to function, and my sensors detected lethal levels of radiation.
Who were these visitors?
There were two visitors, a male organic and a female organic. That is all I know.
These visitors may be the ones I'm looking for. There has to be a way to reach them.
I am afraid that is not possible. My programming will not allow me to open the doors to any organic life forms until radiation output has been reduced to safe levels.
No organic life forms. How about my droids?
Yes, my programming will allow for a droid to enter the facility. Which of your droids would you like to send in?
Yo, is this why there's that ability for HK to talk to droids? I was wondering what the purpose of that was, because your allies can't talk to people normally. So I was like, what does it mean that he could translate what droids are saying? Hell yeah, droid HK go. Right, I could also like send Kotor or T3, but like, can I not? Is he gonna be alone? Do we get a solo HK mission? I know that like, because we do get a solo HK mission. Excuse you? Why are you disarmed? souvenir blasters. Those better not be my blasters. I might just like unequip them to me. Oh, I think HK and I had basically the same pistols anyway. Anyway, so this will be interesting. A solo mission here. I know that like, I was fixing to say if I got distracted, because we did the HK stuff and we saw that cutscene of him torching things, or the HK unit. Later in the game, we'll get to do a solo mission for him, where he goes and destroys that facility.
Hello.
Okay. But so much for translating droid. I guess that only works on specific droids then. Oh, wow, that's a 4 different areas.
Welcome to the colony of M478. I am CS36, and I will be delighted to assist you during your visit in the colony. I possess the highest qualifications and the most up-to-date information about the colony of all the guidance and advisory units here in the Central Zone. So please, if you have any questions or need any kind of advice, consult exclusively with me. Now please, tell me what subjects are in your area of interest.
Fucking text boxes. I wasn't expecting them to do the whole like way HK speaks. I can just feel the sarcasm dripping from all three of these.
Query. How do I control the air quality system? I have to admit that I do not know much on this subject. However, IS-18, being responsible for monitoring and controlling the air quality in the colony, will be in possession of all the information needed on this subject. IS-18 is currently working on a solution to the high radiation content in the air. Get down to the ventilation chamber at the far end of the industrial zone if you wish to speak with him. Is there anything else you wish to know? Order. Provide me a background of recent events here. It was a disaster. Due to unknown reasons, the radiation has flooded the entire industrial and the central zones. As the result, all of the colonists were killed in a matter of seconds. Amusing. A planet of... What? Amusing. A planet without a single meat bag. It sounds like a paradise land for the droids. I'm staying here permanently. Unfortunately, I cannot share your unconventional enthusiasm. We were programmed to serve the colonists. With M478 inactive and our masters dead, there is no one to guide us.
Facilitation. I must go. Now I'm curious why, like, can I only do this solo, or can I bring out Goto and... No, I can't bring out Goto and T3. It feels weird being solo at a mission where I could probably have all three. Okay. Where specifically am I? Oh. Okay, so that's the main core. Environmental central zone. Industrials. Alright. This will just be interesting. Downside to this is playing as a droid, I don't have access to force speed, so maybe that's why people hate this so much, because if there's back and forth and stuff, you can't force speed.
It is not common to see such a well-armed droid on M478.
Do you comment if I'm not armed?
What happened to you? Have you been dismantled and then put back together?
Huh. Interesting. They exist. The perfect creature is in this timeline. I didn't know they were in the Republic era, whatever timeline this is called. I thought they were only in the movies and the games. The perfect creature. Good scuttle. That's actually a surprisingly fast gonk droid. He's got places to be. I'm so used to seeing those things be slow as well. But it is still a perfect being. We all strive to be like the gonk droids. They're so precious. I love them. Well, bitch, I have a desire to communicate with you. Fine. It's gonna turn up that the droids intentionally, like, activated the poison or whatever.
CS-45, the original information, guidance, and advisory unit of the Central Zone is at your service.
With all of our colonists dead, M478's guidance is necessary.
No offense, but I usually don't interact with other droids.
Bruh. Black market droid? Hello, sir. I need to talk to you. I want to know what kind of black market shit you have available.
You just cannot leave anything in this colony in the sight distance of those cleaning units.
Droid racism. What do you mean, rusted? Do you not see my pristine white and blue coating?
It is good to see HKO1 units back on a planet.
I'm sorry, HKO1? Now you've piqued my curiosity, because this is 47, and we've seen 50 units. And from my limited understanding of what I played of the Old Republic, there are different types of HK units. There's like at least one or two that you get as like party members of that game. I think they're like they look very similar to 847, just a different code. I wonder what the first processor would look like. You know, honestly, probably for the best I can't do computer shit. Because I am not the droid to do that.
It is not common to see such a well-armed droid on M478.
Yeah.
What happened to you? Have you been dismantled and then put back to... With all of our colonists dead, M478's
Okay.
guidance...
I guess they only have like one or two like repeating lines, but... But you're the one I need to talk to, you inconvenient rat bastard. What? Where did he go? What did I say last episode? Every video there's like a moment of jank, and I guess that was the jank of this video, minus like the shadows that were stretching earlier, but like that droid just vanished the moment I talked to it. Oh my, this is a pretty long area. Workbench, you say? I mean, I don't really need a workbench. I got my goated weapons and stuff already. Interesting.
It is not common to see such a well.
What are we supposed to do with all that Kotor?
What are you looking for in a medical facility?
That is a good question. We like good questions. Well... Interesting. I think I know that there hasn't really been much of this so far. Or at least me just walking around talking to people and it's like one note thing. But this is really neat that modders were even able to restore something like this. Because my understanding of this planet was cut super early in development.
With the colonists dead.
All because game had a time. I think they were running out of stuff on time, so they had to cut some stuff. A lot of stuff.
I am sorry, but I am busy right now.
Well, quit being busy and talk to me.
It's terrible. With all this radiation, my cleaning units won't even work properly.
Interesting. Also, why are those doors yellow on the minimap? Have openable doors always been yellow on the minimap? That's something I'll have to pay attention to in the future because I have not actually looked at the minimap at all throughout the game so far because since I've played this game multiple times, I know where to go for the most part. There's some areas that are just like a blur to me, like Onderon and a couple other places we've done so far.
What happened to you? Have you been dismantled and then put back together?
Okay. Yes we have. You know, they're commenting on stuff about HK. Like, him being an assassin droid, and him, like, looking like he's got his ass kicked. I wonder if they have, like, one or two sentences to say about the other two droids.
Statement. I need to ease the irradiation so my meatbag master can enter the facility. Query. What is your purpose? Statement. I wish to terminate this line of queries and start another. Request. Provide me with all of the information of the radiation leak you possess.
Yeah, that's kind of obvious.
I need to know more about this meatbag wiping technology or technological miracle. I mean, reactor. Query, how can the reactor be fixed?
Goddamn two-factor authenticator. Oh yes, wait.
David, oh yes, I am much more eager to hear your fascination deception or the description of this code. Do your best.
3 digits. Really? The part represents the actual number of currently active droid units working in the colony. That is something I'm going to have to look at because I'm not going to count every single droid walking around, and I'm also not going to, even if I did, I'm not going to remember it.
Where can I get this code?
Alone.
Rhetorical. Why do you think I need your... Rhetorical. Why do you think I would need you after obtaining the code?
Okay, I wish I had another one. Oh, you have a lot to say, surprisingly.
Sorry, what can you help me on this facility?
Wait, am I supposed to go to the reactor first, or can I go reading the code first? Okay, I need to do another one. Tell me about the code again. Where is it? Where can I get the code? Let's go to manufacturing. What the fuck? Why am I...
You must be the droid IS-18 informed me about. I am IS-02. How can I help you?
Recitation. IS-18 told me you can give me authority to access the main console in the Central Zone.
Ah, yes. IS-18 informed me to give it to you. I will transfer the authority to your memory core immediately. One moment, please. One moment. The authorization has been uploaded. You can now access the main console in the Central Zone. Once you are logged in, transfer the code to IS-18's terminal.
I wish that we had another lunch.
Request. Give me the number of droids on this colony.
Certainly. Please wait a moment while I access the M478 database. One moment, please. According to the information in the database, there are currently 6,927 droid units active in the colony. Is there anything else you wish to know?
What was that number? Hold up.
I am sorry, but my authority allows me to access the database only... According to the last record I provided you, there are currently...
6927 again. Oh. Was there an update to the mod or something that just teleports you everywhere and so you don't have to go do all the back and forth manually? No, I have to fight? That's gonna lower the number of droids, probably.
Accuracy ratio achieved.
I'm doing more damage with the base shot than I am with, and quicker than I am with the critical hit. That's kind of funny, actually. Was that actually going to lower? I'm curious if that's actually going to lower the code, because access database, access droid, one thing. Access denied, restricted to ISO2. Active reports. It's 43. Okay, can't do anything there. Okay. I should probably write this down just in case. Unless that said I need more than 3-digit code. Which it kind of looks like it, because like, there's asterisks, so. Hold up. Okay, transfer to, I guess, the... Oh, I probably didn't need to go to that one, right? Actually, wait, I think that's exactly what I needed to do. Is it? Hello, talk to that... Talk to that droid. Talk to the droid, game. And transfer the thing. Yes, that part has to be manually. Oh, the 540 was... Okay. It was the first part of the code. So it was... I think it was 6-9... Was it? I swear. If this is... If it's 2-5, I fucking knew it. I should have thought about that. In fact, I was thinking about that. This be possible. Hold up. Let me try another one. Was it? Might not even be 6925. They're no longer active, right? Fuck. I need to stop second guessing myself because I literally said that it's probably going to lower the code because they're not active anymore because I fought them. And what do? I use the original code instead of going to the -2. I mean, using the code -2. God, one day I'll stop second guessing myself. I have very sharp instincts, but I just always ignore them and just... That's on me, though. At least I didn't lose any progress or get locked out of something because of that. Hello, game. Game? Hello? Are we just in the void? Oh, the game didn't crash. I guess I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Now let's see if doing. Oh my god damn it! You were inconvenient to talk to. Transfer the codes. Okay. 6, 9, 2. Is this gonna solve why there was just a black screen? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. It wasn't that one, so I guess I'll be right back again.
Dead droids in the central zone. That these murders occurred so soon after the arrival of outsiders is suspicious. Identify yourself.
Okay, I was fixing to explain something, but I'm gonna hold that off in a minute.
Response. I am HK-47, protocol and translation droid.
You don't look like a protocol droid to me.
Alright, request. I proceed now.
I'm afraid we have to place you under arrest.
Reminder, I am under important mission to rid the planet of radiation to allow colonists to return.
Is that so? Consider the arrest overruled. You aren't allowed to leave the planet, however, pending the investigation.
Okay, so what I was fixing to explain was I removed a skybox mod I had, which I guess makes the skyboxes look prettier, which honestly, I'm sure it was affecting things. I just never really noticed that because I tend to not really notice graphics in general. Because apparently that mod is, like, removing that mod is what causes the game to actually work properly with the black screen. Because I was curious, because since it happened multiple times, I looked up why there was a black screen happening and found out the solution. What I was also bringing up was, not only am I curious if it's going to actually, if removing that mod was going to succeed in what I needed to do, as in, like, type in this code and progress, I don't understand why having that mod made it to where talking to each of these characters, I was teleported to the area where I needed to be. But the second removing that mod, I had to do the path normally and walk back and forth. And if that is the case, I can see why people complain about the back and forth so far. Is just because like having to manually walk that, like getting teleported around. But I'm going to assume things are working now because that showed a cutscene that was not shown before. So 6, 9, 2, 5. Will I get teleported to where I need to go, or will this work properly now? Because if it doesn't, I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do, because the only solution would be to, before I go to Korriban, or load the save before Korriban and uninstall the restored content plus M478 mod. And then just do that restored content on its own. Okay, I don't understand why.
You have returned. Were your
How
successful?
does that conflict with... Like, I get this is a restored content area, and, like, a lot of jank under the hood, and the game itself is already super jank, but I don't understand why, because there hasn't been a single problem at any other point in the game with, like, a skybox graphic mod, but yet this specific spot is like this planet. It's like, no, you can't have this. We're just gonna shatter if you have it. But whatever, I can continue with the planet now. Statement: the radiation will soon be gone.
Your droid has successfully stopped the source of the radiation and has reset the environmental systems.
So I can enter?
Yes, it is safe for organics to enter.
And let's go. That was weird. Now I'm curious if I like if I reinstall that mod, if it'll like work properly. Although maybe I shouldn't chance it. If I'm gonna reinstall that like graphics mod, I might do that after.
Please state.
I might do that after I complete this planet, since I don't want any more jank to happen anyway. I want the visitors again.
There were 2 visitors, a male organic.
Whatever. And now we can actually explore. Probably not talk to the droids prop. Am I just gonna get attacked now?
Hello, human.
Oh. I couldn't HK open these. Why couldn't HK have looted the bodies too? That's a good question too. Ooh, that'd be helpful if I was... That's not what I wanted to... Okay. So I'm going to assume that we just basically just have to go to the radiation, not the radiation tower thing. I guess. I'm not entirely sure.
It is an immense pleasure for me to welcome the very first organic in the colony of M478 since the arrival of the colonists. I am CS36, the official information, guidance, and advisory unit of the Central Zone. In order to provide you with the best assistance possible, I will first have to know the reason for your arrival in the colony.
To settle the score for a certain Jedi Master and her apprentice that hit on this planet.
Jedi Master here. It is highly unlikely any Jedi Knight would have come here, given who the colonists are. Furthermore, the whole colony is monitored by security cameras. If a Jedi actually appeared on the planet, we would know about their presence immediately.
I am sure Master Vash and her Padawan are on this planet. Came to this planet recently. Can you find
What
them?
you ask exceeds my authority, unfortunately. Droids on M478 are restricted from accessing security cameras.
Of course.
However, IS-24 and ES-05 have superior powers. They are allowed to monitor their respective zones they govern. Due to recent events in the colony, the environmental zone is inaccessible at the moment. But if any organic is present in the industrial zone, IS-24 will know about it.
What if I don't find Master Vash in the industrial zone?
Then you would have to gain access to the environmental zone to ask ES-05 for help. Though, like IS-24, she is limited to monitoring her respective zone only. Only M478 possesses access to security cameras for the whole colony. The problem is that he was deactivated years ago by the colonists. I can reveal to you that IS-24 and ES-05 have the power to reactivate M478 with their combined authorizations, but you will need to speak with them about it. You will need to gain support from both of them. With the environmental zone closed, you should go to the industrial zone first and speak with IS-24. What would you like to ask about next?
Honestly, thank you, because I was having massive question marks on what to do next. But, okay, what even happened here?
It was a disaster. Due to unknown reasons, the radiation has flooded the entire industrial and the central zones. As the result, all of the colonists were killed in a matter of seconds.
Where did the problem begin?
The radiation has first appeared in the industrial zone, at the time when I was shut down for scheduled maintenance. However, based on the data provided by other units, it is known that most of our masters in the industrial zone were killed almost immediately. Only a few managed to escape to the central zone, which was flooded with the radiation soon after. When I was reactivated, everyone was already dead here.
Was this radiation leak an accident?
We do not know. We still have not managed to determine the reason why it flooded the colony.
Sabotage? I want to ask you something
I will
else.
be glad to ask.
Remind me of the colony
The
records.
colony was established for the colonists to utilize the planet's rich natural resources. To make that happen, we first had to prepare the planet for their arrival and the initiation of the droid manufacturing process, which ultimately used most of our resources. My apologies, but further details on the manufacturing process are restricted.
Provide me with all of the information of the manufacturing process you possess.
Though I am flattered that you assume I actually possess confidential data, I am afraid that I will not prove to be very helpful to you at this time. The only thing I can tell you is that the main priority of the colony is the mass production of combat droid units. I hope this information will be sufficient for you.
Interesting.
What would you like to ask about next?
Also, that was a very human-ass response of saying that he was flattered that he might have the data. Can you put me to the nearest cantina on this planet?
This colony runs smoothly and efficiently. A cantina would be ineffective and serves no objective purpose. What would you like to ask about next?
Went from a human-ass response to a droid-ass response. I have bad experience with droids trying to kill me on progress at TLS. Am I at risk here?
Of course not. Most of our droids have mining lasers and torch lasers, but only for repairs and construction. Additionally, most droids here are not programmed for violence. Our security droids will always attempt non-violent apprehension before resorting to more lethal means. I assure you that there is no cause for alarm. That issue being covered, are there any other subjects in your area of interest?
Anyway, now I'm going.
The escort droid next to me can help you travel distance more quickly.
I mean, that's nice and all, but I was still going to go talk to some of the droids and see if they have extra dialogue. Actually, I was going to end the episode here, but we got to talk to Mr. Black Market, man.
Welcome, human. Are you interested in some droid equipment?
Ooh.
Just 10,000 credits.
That is all of my money. Who are you?
I am not originally from this planet, so I don't have a designation like other droids on this planet. I may have a designation from somewhere else, but I do not remember it. So you may address me however you please.
Okay. Are you allowed to sell droid parts here?
Not exactly, but with M478 disabled, no one is interested in shutting down my business.
Are you acquiring these parts anyway?
I suppose I could tell a potential customer. Once the Sith arrived on the planet and shut down M478, I was finally able to prevent myself from being memory wiped all the time. You see, M4 had the security droids under tight control. Once he was deactivated, I was able to slip past them when they were sent to me for violating the planet's memory wipe protocols. Adherent to my original design, and with the aid of the Sith, I was able to infiltrate many of the storage facilities in the colony. I usually sold my merchandise to the Sith, who weren't pleased with just being the colonists and doing what they pleased. They needed even more. They also needed droid parts already set aside for maintenance for current droids, an order even the colonists couldn't circumvent. So I acquired them for the Sith for a moderate fee. With the Sith dead, however, I am forced to sell to others, like yourself.
I love this droid. You know the Sith are the real colonists.
Of course, as I said, I am not a droid of this planet. However, telling anyone would amount to blasphemy. So I keep it to myself, to keep safe. And I suggest you do the same, Jedi.
What the? What? You know, that is not what I clicked.
They only care about the destruction of droids.
I don't even know what I clicked, but it's not what I clicked.
One may proclaim that my acquiring droid spare parts, in other words, they're stupid.
Your original design?
I'm not entirely sure where I originated. I presume my primary function was to acquire items without the knowing of the target. I was made to be a thief. A very good one, I might add. Oh, you don't have to worry about me robbing you, however. I only steal from targets given to me. No one has ordered me to steal from you.
Can I give you a target?
You may not. Only my master can give me orders. I suspect my master to be long dead, given the lack of orders for many, many years. I kind of like being almost free to do things as I please. Being a salesperson isn't so bad. Not that far away from my original job, either.
I love this droid. So I'm interested in your droid equipment. 10K, you said?
Hope you enjoy your purchase. Can I interest you in another item? Only 9,000.
Oh, you motherfucker. I didn't want to buy the thing. I wanted to just talk about it. Maybe persuade you to lower the price a bit. You motherfucker. No, I'm reloading my save. There's no shot I just spent $10,000 on a construction kit. That's hilarious. Okay, and I was talking with them and figuring out where to go. This is a good starting point for now. I hope everybody had a good time. Tell me to go in the future. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and try to stay fabulous.